What's going on, veterans? It's JB coming to you live. I am 100% permanent total Navy Desert Storm veteran, and I'm so glad that you're here at this channel. In this episode, we're going to talk about real raw numbers as of July 16th of 2022. That's last week. Every week we come out with numbers at the VA. I won't say we because I'm not a part of VA, and I'm not an accredited what you call a VSO. Okay, but I want you to understand that there's a lot of resources that the VA has put in place to help you guys file claims. So I want you guys to understand, you got VSOs, which is state employees, you got VFWs, DAVs, you got attorneys, then you got independent guys like myself, okay? All right, now, the VSOs, the VFWs, all these do free services. You give them the power of attorney. These attorneys get 20%, and then these independents out here kind of charge what they want. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because in the last 10 years, there's been a 200% increase on disabled veterans filing claims. Excuse me, I got to bend down for a second. I dropped my top. But anyway, I want you guys to understand that it's been a 200% increase in filing the claims. Now, as of July 16th of 2022, we have had 594,741 claims that are sent in a pending status. Pending status, waiting for adjudication. And if you see this number, this is going to make a lot of stuff really plain with you, so you'll understand all the jargon that's out here, all the misinformation that's out here. Okay, I want you to understand there's something called pending claims that the Veterans Affairs track, and there's something called backlog claims. Backlog claims are claims that's been taking a little bit longer to adjudicate, more than 125 days. Okay, there's 172,877 backlog claims. That's a lot of claims. If you put those two together, you're probably up there with about almost 800,000 claims. And we already know that the last numbers that came out for fiscal year 2021 is that we had 280,000 decisions on claims. Every veteran claimed 6 or more disabilities. Well, average about 6, and they're getting less than $1,100 a month. And the question I have for you guys, if we got the VSOs, the VFWs, DAVs, attorneys that we're supposed to use to get power attorneys, and then why isn't it the results are not there? I just want to ask you this question. Those of you that are allowing people to just file stuff for you, you don't even know what they're filing. You don't know if they're filing the right theory of service connection. You're just allowing people to file your claim for you. And then you come to a guy like myself who is making it plain, that are educating you week in and week out about Title 38 Part 4. And you get to me and say, wow, I don't even know if I filed primary, secondary, or I filed direct. I don't even know how it was filed. When I ask you about your favorable findings, you don't even know what your decision letters are because you let so many people disembobulate you, if that's a word, or give you misinformation about the claim. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the state of the union right now. Almost 600,000 veterans are sitting in pending. Now, what's so compelling also about this number is that these claims have characteristics. And I want you guys to understand the logic behind these characteristics. Now, original claims is a characteristic of a claim. What's an original claim? Original claim is something that has never been filed before. Okay? There's a certain number inside of this number that has never filed before. Then there's a characteristic claim called a supplemental claim. Those of you that don't know what supplemental claims are, I want to let you guys know a supplemental claim is something you have to do after you get a decision and you're trying to fight back because you disagree with the decision. Okay? You disagree with the decision. Now, can you tell me what are some of the reasons why some of you have filed these claims and you disagree with the decision? You say, well, I sent in the proof of my service record entry. I sent in my current diagnosis and I still got denied. It says not service connected. Well, because you're not following Title 38 Part 4. And also, if these people know so much, the VSOs, the VFWs, the DAVs, the attorneys, and some of these independent people that's marketing to you, if it's works so well and the numbers are doing so well, how come 67%, yes, I said it, 67% of this number right here are supplemental claims? As I asked you before, what is a supplemental claim? A supplemental claim is what you file after you get a decision and you disagree. You disagree on a form 0995. VA form 20-0995 is a supplemental claim. If that's when you want to submit new and relevant evidence, that's the form you use. Now, if you don't want to do that, you have an option to file VA form 20-0996. That form is called a decision review request form, but it's for a higher level review. Now think about this for a second. 67% of these claims are supplemental. They disagreed and they rather do a higher level review or submit new and relevant evidence. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a little boy, my mom said, you do it right the first time, you wouldn't have to go back, keep doing it. So my question to you, would you rather stick your head in the lion's mouth one time or you want to continue to do it 2 and 3 times? Well, see, some of you been sold way back in the day to just throw it up against the wall, right? Throw it up against the wall and see what happens. Well, is that always good for you? Absolutely not. At VA Claims, the New Life Veterans website, we're just taking your name, we're taking your number, we're going to text you, we're going to let you know what our schedule is, we're going to look at the opportunity, we're going to ask you, do you have anything pending? We already know that most of you already have things pending right now, waiting on adjudication. We're going to ask you, okay, what's original we're going to file? What new things are we going to file? We can file a new thing as original claim, but it's actually a secondary claim, okay? It might be new, something that's new they never seen you file before. It's still considered as an original claim. But look at the contrast here, ladies and gentlemen. These are not my numbers. 37% are in this group. 37% is original. Original. 67% supplemental. Is there a problem with the filing process, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, we got all this stuff that's working, VSOs, VFWs, DAVs, attorney, and way before my company existed, you mean to tell me we still getting these kind of numbers? You got 67% of the people who are disagreeing with the decision because now they got to go backtrack and submit new and relevant evidence. What new and relevant evidence you got to do? 9 times out of 10, most of these veterans are Gulf War veterans. What does it mean by Gulf War? Every last one of you served in a different era. Why is it that most of them that filed, they filed in the Gulf War area? Okay, that's going back in time. Well, if the law says you got to file within 12 months of you separating and you don't need a nexus, right? When was the Gulf War? 1990, 1991, right? Is that more than 12 months? Absolutely. So you got all these Gulf War veterans now waking up and knowing that the economy is bad. They're now in their 40s, late 40s. They have worked 20-some years in the marketplace, and they're looking at, man, my retirement don't look too good. That 401k, that program ain't going to be that good to me. And I said, ain't going to be on purpose, because we're looking at our latter years. And our latter years, we're going to need more money without working. Am I right? So we're having a 200% increase in new claims being filed at the VA in the last 10 years because the economy is not owning up what they said it was going to work out to be, right? Inflation's going through the roof, interest going through the roof, everything is going up, and your income is steadily going sideways. It's not going up. It's going sideways. Then it's eventually going down, because that same salary is not going to have the same buying power. So you got a lot of veterans that waking up and say, oh man, oh boy, he's retired. He's driving a nice truck. He living in a nice house. Maybe I should file. I got some disabilities too. So you got all of this stuff. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this to you, there's a lot of numbers up here. If 67% got to go do it over again, with new and relevant evidence. My philosophy is, why don't you come over to New Life Veterans and do it right the first time? Because see, ladies and gentlemen, I filed mine one time. I wasn't going to go back and put my head in the lion's mouth multiple times. I was going to study Title 38 Part 4 and understand what that meant. The nexus, the three elements, the diagnosis. I'm going to the VA and get my diagnosis. I don't care what y'all think about the VA. Oh, the VA is bad. I never trust the VA with my life. I'm going to get my diagnosis because I ain't got no insurance. So I'm going to the VA to get my diagnosis. Okay. I need to get my service treatment records. I went to archives, got my treatment records. See what's in there. Okay. Do I have current diagnosis for those injuries? If I don't, guess what? I'm going back to the VA. Going to get my diagnosis. All right. So I got the proof of that and I got the diagnosis. What else I got to get done? I got to get a medical nexus because I'm one of those Gulf War veterans. Served from 1991 to 1995. That's a long time for 12 months. I had until 1996 in September to make a claim. I didn't. I was a gung-ho hard charger. At least what I thought, till I started having nightmares and dreams and anger issues and getting fired off jobs and getting divorces. So now I got to do the nexus because I waited past 1996. What is a nexus? A nexus just means I need to have a link. Well, I don't know any doctors. I done called my VSO. My VSO said he don't know any doctors. He can't give me no doctors. I went to my VA doctor. He said he can't do my nexus. What am I supposed to do? How am I going to get this done? Well, there's a will, there's a way. And I fought through and I called thousands and thousands and thousands of doctors. Phone call after phone call. No after no. Just the same thing that I'm going to now in recruiting healthcare providers. The same nose I got back in when I filed in 2019 is the same nose I'm getting in 2022. They don't want to help you. All they're concerned with is writing your prescription and booking their next appointment. Seeing you today, make sure you got your insurance and give you the prescription and book the next appointment. That's all they want to do. They don't want to go behind closed doors, look at your records, go look at your current records and your military records and draw a link and open up their office for scrutiny for the VA to say, did you see this patient? Okay, what records do you got on this patient? They're not willing to do that, but they are singing the song every Veterans Day, thank you for your service. They give you free meals. They give you everything they can do to make you feel good on that day. They pacify you on Memorial Day as well. They pacify you on Independence Day as well. But as far as helping the veteran, it's sad that you got to use a service like mine to get the kind of results. Now, if you look at all of my YouTube channels, all of my videos in the YouTube channels, the results speaking itself. If you're inside my group, my Facebook group, the results speaking for itself. We're getting you compliant. And we're not only getting you compliant to Title 38 Part 4, we're adding an extra sauce to it. You know, you can go to some places, lemon pepper wings taste a little bit better than some other places when you're eating lemon pepper rings. Some places you go to lemon pepper rings, they make you bite yourself. So, you know what I mean? Or make you slap your mama. I'm trying to be facetious, but check it out. If you know what I know, you won't play with this because you already know most veterans send their applications in incorrect. Most veterans are talking to free people, VSOs, VFW, DAVs, and they talking to friends. Friends of veterans. And guess what? You get what you get when you open yourself with free. Then you got misinformation coming from the attorneys. Then you get 20% clipped across the head. Then you got some competitors that are independent out there. I won't mention the name. They charge 6 times the amount of whatever the fee is. I don't want to talk about who that person is or any other. I don't have those type of problems. I don't have those type of fees. We do have fees. We have fees for the consultation, for the whole entire thing. We don't charge you per disability. All right. And then we have doctor fees. Whatever doctors you need to see, they carry the different outpatient fees for self-pay going to their offices. And then they have a nexus fee. So this is the state of the union, ladies and gentlemen. If I was lying about what is the state, all you got to do is go to benefits.va.gov, go look on the performance, go look up on the characteristics of claims, and you're going to see the same numbers. Numbers don't lie, people do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sick and tired of people lying to you, or you're sick and tired of filing the wrong theories, secondaries, when you're supposed to be filing direct, if you're sick and tired of going to the VSO and they filing stuff without your permission. They're just throwing the stuff up against the wall, and you're the one, your social security number is the one that's going to the VA regional office looking bad. If you're sick and tired and you want something that's solid, you want to comply with Title 38 Part 4, you're getting older, you need more money, tax-free money, you want the money that the wealthy people get, tax-free money. This is your opportunity to draw the line today and start correctly, because if you don't, you're going to be average like the rest of these veterans. The average